Welcome to On the Go with Celico, the podcast where we introduce tips and techniques for job seekers in Southeast LA. Enjoy the episode.
Hello, listening world, and welcome to On the Go with Celico. I'm your host, Tammy Ferranti Lansdowne, Program Administrator, Customer Marketing and Communications. I'm here today with 4 students who are going to share their perspective and solutions on what it's like not knowing what you want to do in life. So, hello, Tommy. Can you tell us how old you are and what city you live in?
I am 21, and I live in Bellflower, California.
Hey, I live in Bellflower, too.
Cool.
Hi, Asia. How old are you and where do you live?
18, Norwalk.
Great. And Lynn?
I'm from Downey and I'm 19 years old.
Excellent. And hi, Anthony.
Hello. I'm 23 years old and I currently live in Lakewood, California.
Great. We're all neighbors, aren't we? That's terrific. I got a story for you. When I was 5 years old and the adults asked me, hey, what do you want to do when you grow up? You know, I said I wanted to be a ballerina and an ice skater. I actually put them together and said I wanted to be a ballerina ice skater. I didn't know any better. Well, my parents did not have any extra money, so I never had dance lessons, and I've never even been in a pair of ice skates in my whole life. I guess I'll put that ice skating on my list of things to do before I die. So, what about you? Did you have any ideas of what you wanted to do, like when you were 5 years old? And Tommy?
Me? I don't know. I was interested in food, I guess, as a child.
Oh, yes.
Like how cool it is to make a dish. And how good it could be and stuff like that.
Excellent.
Like become a chef.
Why, that's pretty good. I'm impressed. What about you, Asia?
When I was 5, I didn't think about the future at all, but at the age of maybe 9, I really wanted to be a comic artist.
A comic artist, drawing comic books.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That's interesting. We'll come back to that. Thank you, Asia. How about you, Lynn?
I actually wanted to be a teacher because I wanted to shape the minds of tomorrow kind of thing.
No kidding.
Nice.
Wow. And how about you, Anthony? I'm talking real young now.
At the age of 5, my mind wasn't, fully developed, and I couldn't think as, usual adults do. But I actually wanted to become a fireman because I really like the thought of saving people's lives and
Look
stuff.
at you. I'm really impressed. Excellent, excellent. When I got a little older, I changed my mind too. And I really wanted to be a movie star and be on TV. I had no idea how to do that, but my parents thought it was really cute. So I heard that you guys changed your mind, right? You did comics and a fireman. And did you have anyone here change your mind when you got a little older?
Oh, yeah.
What for instance?
Tommy? I want to become a IT specialist.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. You had an interest in computers and taking things apart, putting them together?
Oh, yeah. During my childhood, my grandpa was a IT specialist as well. So when I was growing up, he taught me his ropes. And then from there, I also learned in college, and I'm using that towards today's progression.
Very impressive. Nice to have somebody like that to mentor you.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Anyone else? Anthony, Lynn, Asia?
I actually wanted to become an entrepreneur, and it's something that I still want to pursue till this day.
No kidding.
Yes.
Wow. How about you, Lynn?
My mom actually inspired me to get into EMT work. She was actually a medical assistant, so I get all her textbooks, all her homework, all her worksheets. I have them, so I can learn off of that.
Terrific. You guys are lucky. Got all this support from your parents and your family and people around you.
Support is huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Asia, anything to add?
For a while I was all over the place. I wanted to get into art, then I wanted to get into music and learn too many instruments at once, and then I wanted to get into writing and then editing, and then just a whole bunch of different stuff. I was so undecided.
Sounds like you're a very creative person.
Yeah, I might be.
You might be. Sounds like it to me. You know what? I got to tell you something, too. I have a confession. I have a secret occupation that I never told anyone. I really wanted to be a superhero.
Hey.
I wanted to fly around and save the world or be like Spider-Man and get the bad guys. Honestly. Any of you have a secret superhero you wanted to be? Superman, see?
Superman.
Okay, I'm not the only one, right?
I want to fly.
Anybody else?
I like Carnage.
Oh, okay.
Carnage.
Yes,
Okay.
and we got the comic artist over here. You had to want to be somebody.
I liked Spider-Man a whole lot.
So did I.
think now.
Or Wolverine.
Wolverine, yes.
Batman.
Batman, see?
Okay.
Lynn, hey, part of the party?
Yeah, actually, I don't want her to be a superhero. I want her to be like Harley Quinn.
Some horrible person.
There you go. See?
Why would you do this?
I'm just a horrible person.
Ah. Well, it's nice to hear. Proud the world to
Hey,
know.
that's right. It makes the world go round, right? You know, though, you don't have to be a superhero to do good things in the world, right?
Mhm.
You can do good by helping others, and I think you are helping others today by telling us about your experiences. Yes, Deja?
Well, what makes a superhero? I'm sorry, but
That's good.
If the prerequisite or whatever for a superhero is that you're saving people's lives, if you do a work that somehow inspires somebody to not die, then you are by that definition a superhero.
Absolutely. 100%. And I think all of you have the potential to be someone's hero right here in this room. So I understand that you have been studying and working hard towards finding out what you want to do as a career for real, right?
Yes.
Spending some time. Can you tell me a little bit about what you want to do and why you like it? I'll start on this side. Anthony.
Again, I want to become an entrepreneur, a business owner of a club.
Oh,
So, in my mind, I just came up with it
I
off
love
the
it.
top of my head. And I just thought, for a second, you can never go wrong with the club because people are always going to want to come in and have a good time. You get people from all walks of life who come from different backgrounds.
Yes.
And to have them in one gathering is, what I think is like just the secret recipe, for my ingredient to becoming a successful entrepreneur.
I love it. What city would you want to have your club in?
Probably in Anaheim.
Yeah, a lot of people out there going to Disneyland looking for a place to enjoy themselves. You can have live music?
Yes, sure, of course.
Are you going to have local bands or cover bands that do...
I might have
tunes?
cover bands, yes.
Excellent. And food, too?
Of course.
Wow. Do you have a name for your club yet?
I have not thought about it yet, but it's
Okay.
still in the process.
Great. That's exciting to hear. Thank you for sharing.
Welcome.
Lynn.
Well, when I first started wanting to do EMT work, I always thought about like a superhero. Like I wanted to help people that I
Yes.
have read about and that can possibly use my help in any situation. And being an EMT, I'm going to be saving people's lives every single day.
Absolutely. Excellent. And I wanted to ask both of you, what kind of process did you go through in order to discover this about yourself?
There were, some hardships that I faced. It was, lack of motivation at first.
Yes.
And just, plain tedious thought thinking. It got the best of me. And at one point, I just felt like this is really make or break. I need to decide what I want to do with my life. And I can't, sit around and not do anything forever. So, I just started exercising my mind and, just working out and stuff just to get myself, built and in shape for, what I wanted to do as a career, which I had mentioned again, as an entrepreneur. So having that mindset and the ability to just get up every day and have, something going for myself as a plan or to-do list is just, the stepping stone that I need to get to where I need to be.
Gives you something to look forward to, right?
Yes.
Wow, that's pretty impressive. What gave you the idea for a club?
Again, it
What
was
was that?
just,
Revenue?
Revenue, yeah, Tommy, right?
I mean, I'd say, money,
Mhm.
it was my inspiration. And, I like to be social.
There you
So
go.
That's the best way I can put it. Just
There
having
you
people
go.
together is, really fun, seeing them have a good time and stuff.
I like that. Lynn, what kind of process did you go through? I know you said that your mom had this influence over you because of her medical background. Did you actually do exercises or research or...
Yeah, I did a lot of research onto EMT work. I found out some interesting things I didn't even know about until I got into the CATS program. Then I started
Yes.
doing more in-depth research, seeing like, okay, yeah, this is what I want to spend the rest of my life doing.
Okay, so you have been involved in this program that kind of sets you up for success, getting you some guidance and some direction on where to look, what to do, what are the requirements as far as education goes, what are some certifications, or just business, as with Anthony, how to start a business. Very good. Asia, haven't heard from you. Mhm. So the same question, what kind of careers are you interested in now? What was a process that you went through in order to decide on what you might want to do
I don't know.
currently?
Yeah, I went over all the skills that I had and all the ones that I thought I would do best with.
Exactly.
I wouldn't want to, like, there are some things that some people, like, they can live a wonderful life just to have, like, selling their soul. I don't want to be so, I was trying to think of another way to say this, but in which, like, that just has to be their whole life, like, day in, day out. Like, people who are opera singers can't talk very loudly in any other situation because they have to save their voice, you know. People who are artists have to be, like, working day in and day out. They have to, like, almost, like, cover themselves away because it's not, like, you can get a good amount of money being an artist, but it's only if you're that dedicated.
Absolutely.
I don't have the time for that. But one thing that did feel like it would help people, and that, like, even more so than those things, for me at least, was to be in a sign language work, interpreting that.
Ah,
And
okay.
so, right now, like, I've taken a few of those classes.
Mhm.
I intend on taking more of the training for it, getting certified. And I just love the culture. I love the people. It's really great. And I want to help people in that way.
That surprised you, didn't it? You were very creative, and then you discovered, hey, you like working with your hands. Do you know a little bit of sign language now?
Yes.
Yes, and
You should do it while she's speaking.
Well, too bad this is
Yes, it's audio. Well, I love that story, Asia, because what it says is you've discovered something that you didn't realize you would be good at, and you didn't realize that you would love it. And there's a lot of potential there for growth and for just learning a lot more about it. And again, like you have been saying, helping people either enjoy themselves, making their lives better, helping them communicate. Fabulous. Tommy, I'm going to ask you the same question. What are you interested in now, and what kind of process did you go through in order to find that interest, develop it?
I've always been fascinated by computers because they could do unthinkable stuff that we can't even do, you know? So since, like I said before, since I was a child, my grandpa taught me everything what he knew, passed it on to me, and ever since then I became interested. And still working on that, still learning, still expanding.
And you discovered that you were good at it, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Excellent. Can you tell us about any projects that you've done with computers? Maybe you put one together, or
Oh yeah. During my lifetime, I lived with my grandparents for a while, and during that time, we built around 3 computers. I built one by myself. People will come to me, such as friends or family, for computer help or building a computer for them.
Excellent.
Yeah, and during high school, I was a teacher's aide
No
for a
kidding.
computers class.
Excellent.
Yeah, so whenever someone needed help or anything like that, I would come and help them.
Fabulous. What do you like about computers and all that technical work?
It's just fascinating. Honestly, it's just so fascinating how a device could do so much thing and a human can't. Like, it makes me wonder if we were being simulated.
Isn't that something? Wow, everyone's so impressive. Got a couple of more questions, and we'll wrap this up shortly, but I wanted to ask about the challenges. Everybody has challenges. Everybody has doubts. Everybody has things to figure out and struggles. We all struggle. So what challenges have you had that prevented you from being successful?
I would say just doubting my own ability. I don't know whether or not to unlock or unleash my full potential because I haven't reached out to myself and found my inner, being yet. Yeah. So I can't say whether or not I'd be, truly dedicated at this certain craft because I didn't meet, the certain criteria or standards. Yeah. I have to see what's out there and what's in store for me by just putting it all aside and just, taking a big risk and seeing, what could be.
Yeah, take another step forward. Fear can hold us back. Fear can keep us from doing the things that we love. Self-doubt is one of those big, big things. Yeah, we all experience self-doubt, don't we?
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
How do you get through self-doubt? Anybody?
Staying motivated, embrace the faith. Just keep on grinding.
Mm-hmm. What do you do to motivate yourself?
Work out.
Work out. Yes, get that stress out. Focus on the positive.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Focus on the positive.
That's literally the main thing. Well, that's pretty much the only thing that one can do when they're faced with overwhelming negative things all around them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Turn it into positive energy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have any challenges that you faced, Asia? Or struggles?
When it comes to literacy, when it comes to work, I knew nothing about anything. I didn't understand how to fill in a resume, what to do in a job interview, how to dress for one, nothing.
Yeah.
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 That and like, what was it? I was all ready for this question, and now my mind has gone blank. Besides not being very literate in the workplace, what was it? This is going to be edited, so I'm just going based on that.
Hi, Doug. Well, I had challenges at home while I went to college and went to high school. Neither of my parents graduated high school, so that was kind of weird. And then my brother, he got the GED, so he technically didn't go to 11th and 12th grade. He got his GED in 10th grade. Mm-hmm. So finishing high school and then attempting to go to like a junior college was just something my parents didn't not support, but they didn't fully support. So I really felt like I was going out on my own. Mm-hmm. I didn't have any other brothers or sisters or uncles or cousins that I could look up to.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Asia?
Wow.
I've remembered, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm a crazy perfectionist, like the ultimate overachiever. It can only be not 100% because that's A for average. It's got to be like at 700%. Oh, that's acceptable. There we go. So naturally, getting into any job at all, let alone something like that, no, it has to be perfect. It has to be wonderful. I have to be doing it 100% right every moment of it. No mistakes are allowed. If you make a mistake, you just can't. You are going to die.
I can kind of relate with that. It's a struggle. Mm-hmm. And like you said, with any arts, sports, my dad would say you have to eat, breathe, and sleep this every day of your life, 24/7, and that takes a lot of dedication. Mm-hmm. But you're wise enough, Asia, to know that maybe that's not a part of who you are. You're going to choose something where you do dedicate yourself and you can succeed. Mm-hmm. Very good. How about you, Tommy? Or I already asked you that question. Or have challenges that you may have had moving forward, and I'll get to Lynn.
Same as Asia, or this needs to be added here. Who says self-doubt?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You said self-doubt?
Anthony, self-doubt.
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, Anthony. Yeah, self-doubt. That's basically it.
It is. And Lynn?
For me, it was my personality. In order to be an EMT, I have to be energetic. I have to be willing to help people and not be like, oh, do you want me to do your IV or anything like that? We can't. Like, be an EMT, you can't do that. You have to be confident and make decisions on the dot. You have to do what you have to do to help a person in the emergency situation.
And how wise of you to realize that. Very good. You have to be assertive. Mm-hmm. People are looking towards you or to you for that guidance. Excellent. Yeah, so we all have similarities when we're struggling and overcoming our challenges. So, a couple of questions. If you had a do-over or a replay, what would you do different in your life the second time?
Nothing.
If there was nothing, okay.
Nothing.
We got a nothing over here. How about over here, guys?
Same, nothing. I would not be the same person.
Exactly.
Nothing as well. I wouldn't be who I am today.
Fantastic. And Lynn?
For me, it would be something, because I make mistakes all the time. It would be like having to push people out of my life who are holding me back from what I really want to accomplish.
Amen.
Yeah, great. And the insight to recognize that. Very good. I would take that advice. So let's wrap this up. There are other young people out there listening who are wondering what they should do with their lives too. I think you can help them by giving them some advice. What would you tell others who are searching for direction? I'll start with Lynn.
To definitely go out, do your research, find out what you really want to do, find programs that will help you, like how I found CAT's program. And it's really helped me to become more of a better people person, more communicating as well.
Fantastic. What advice would you give, Asia?
Just start. Just start by any means. I don't mean to just jump right into a job and try your hardest if you don't know what you're doing. Mm-hmm. I mean more along the lines of, you're like, well, I'm going to get a job. I don't know how to do it. Oh, and you continue doing the same thing that you've been doing the past, couple of weeks. No, you just have to start somewhere. And you're like, how do I start? There's no other way to break this down. You just have to start. You just have to start searching, like she said, or start walking into places or something. You just have to take the action, like get up from where you're sitting right now.
Got to be a go-getter.
Yes.
You definitely have to be a go-getter.
Success starts with that first step, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Use all the resources that you have available.
Tommy, yeah, you want to add to that? Young people who are listening are looking to you for advice. What would you tell them?
Use all your resources that's available for you. Take it for granted.
Talk to people. Find out what they know.
Network.
Yeah. Yeah, network.
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. Network. Anthony, what advice would you give?
Any places that are convenient to whoever is, down and out looking for, a way, simply just walk in and ask them, hey, I need help. What is it that I can do to get to the next stepping stone? Simply.
Yeah, start that conversation. You never know what people know until you start asking them.
Right.
Most people I know are willing to help and are eager to share their knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Did I get everyone? Did I get you, Lynn?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Okay, well, that's super. I would love to have another conversation with you sometime in the future. Maybe we can do that. That was great. For more information on the Career Academy for Targeted Sectors, that's CATS, and that's the program these 4 young people have attended this past couple of weeks. For more information, call Amber at 562-402-9336. And I would like to thank Tommy, Asia, Lynn, and Anthony today for their time and their advice. And I wish you all lots of success with your career choices. So that concludes our podcast episode today. Join us next time for On the Go with Celico.
Thank you for listening to On the Go with Celico. If you've enjoyed the episode, please subscribe to the podcast on iTunes. You can also download our app, available for free on Google Play and the Mac App Store. Thank you for listening, and we'll be back soon with a new episode.